Hello, my name is Fatima, and today for this video I am going to be walking you over my favorite part of the lesson plan, which was the engage the open section. The engaged open section is my favorite because it really sets the stage for everything that follows. This is the moment at the start of the lesson where we can hook students by activating their prior knowledge and setting the stage for deeper learning. With that being said, I'm a huge believer in activating prior knowledge. So when students walk into the classroom, they already have something to connect with. In this case, I'm using a digital interactive map of the Central Valley to showcase geographical features like mountains, lakes, and valleys. The map is zoomed in on their local environment, so that immediately grabs the attention and encourages them to think about their own experiences with nature. This part of the lesson is my favorite because it takes advantage of something very powerful, which is prior knowledge. Many students have maybe visited these places before, whether it's a trip to the lake or seeing a mountain on the horizon when they're driving with their family, so they can immediately relate to the content. When I ask them to share what they've seen in class discussion, it is more personal and more engaging. This kind of connection builds some type of excitement and makes students feel like their experiences are being valued. For example, in my script, I asked students about their experience with geographical features like mountains or lakes. I provide a moment of pair sharing, and this is where I encourage students to think and talk to a partner before sharing their ideas out loud. One thing that I really loved about this lesson is how I encourage students to raise their hands and share their personal experiences, but it's not just about the content, it's about making the students feel heard and seen. When I ask, raise your hand if you ever seen a mountain or a lake or a valley, I'm setting up as an opportunity for them to reflect and to share their own lives. For me, this step isn't just about facts, it's about creating a connection between what they already know to what they'll be learning together. Now, I like to dive deep into something that's really important to me, creating a safe space for students to participate. I've been that student who's reluctant to answer a question. I know what it's like to feel nervous and sure and even embarrassed when I don't have the perfect answer. That's why I'm so passionate about making sure that every student feels comfortable sharing. So in this lesson, there's a moment where one of the students, which is I believe student one here, as we can see in my screen, is hesitant to answer. They might avoid eye contact or stay quiet, just like I've done in the past. Rather than pushing them to answer right away, I offer an alternative, which is pair share. I ask students to talk with a partner first before sharing with the whole class. This takes the pressure off and gives them a chance to think through their ideas in a smaller, less intimidating setting. I know from my own experience that sometimes it's difficult to speak in class, especially when you're unsure of your answers. That's why I always try to be as empathetic as possible. If a student doesn't respond right away, I reassure them by saying something like, it's okay, no worries, take your time. I want them to know that it's not just that I'm not just interested in the answer, I'm interested in their process and their thinking and their experience. Once the students have a chance to talk with their partner, I open up the floor again, which we can see here in our script that is going on. Student two might be the first to share, and I make sure to acknowledge their contribution in a positive and encouraging way, saying thank you for sharing this great observation because I want students to feel safe again and value no matter how small their contribution might seem. This positive reinforcement helps them feel more comfortable sharing next time. What I like about pair share, it's not just about helping one student, it's about creating a space where all students can feel included. If student one wasn't comfortable speaking to the whole class, that's okay. That's really okay. They still participated, and that's what matters. They've engaged in a dialogue with the peer, and that dialogue builds their confidence. In the way pair sharing helps them practice their thoughts and ideas before they speak in front of the whole class, making it feel like a collaborative process rather than a performance. For me, this is a heart of active learning, creating opportunities for students to share their thoughts and really build the confidence. So that is why I love the engage open section of my lesson plan. It's where I create a space for students to reflect, to share, and to ultimately connect with one another. I really believe that if students can make a personal connection with what they're learning, they not only remember the content better, but they also feel more confident in participating and sharing their ideas. Because at the end of the day, it's their experience alone. And when I see those connections happening, whether it's a student explaining something they experience or sharing a moment of understanding with the peer, I know we're on the right track. And yes, thank you.